Hi, Days fans. It is Wednesday, March 10th, and we just got done watching Days. And I want to talk about our new hopeful. You know how I'm going to explain. You know how we really were like down on hope for a while, and then she like made this meteoric rise in our hearts because she's starting to get cool and everything.
Big time.
Well, who have we been dissing lately?
EJ?
Stephanie.
Oh.
Every day,
yeah.
Stephanie sucks. They need to get her out of Salem, blah, blah, blah.
She's had a major coming out party here.
Oh, shit, she has. Yesterday, she totally held her own in that bitch fest she had with Melanie.
She called her a moron or something?
She's like...
Bitch and moron?
She's like,
man,
if you had a brain, you'd realize this is the best thing I've ever done for you. And what do you think... are you calling me a bitch, or are you just mad I'm not a moron and I can see right through you? And, I guess I'm not too worried about my honesty with somebody who slept with my fiance in a seedy hotel and put it on the internet. I mean, damn, it was like...
Who do we always compare them to? Like Sean and Belle and Philip and whoever, or Carrie and Lucas and Sammy and Austin, or...
There's no couple that I remember that quite, like Carrie and Lucas and Sammy and Austin did flip-flop, but I mean, it would take years for these things to happen, whereas those two, in the past 6 months, have switched partners many a time. Molly Burnett did win our Star of the Day again. So what is that, 4 days in a row? At least. Like, one day I just picked, JB and I picked, but the other 3 days you voted. But I think Stephanie's not on Twitter, so she was not a potential candidate. But I think she might have...
So we're going to make her honorary winner?
No. Molly Burnett earned it. But I'm just saying I'm giving her my honorary hopeful.
Are we going to use clause 7.4.9?
No, my
Will
Molly...
override the vote?
You know my Molly loving heart can't go there. Other exciting news, we're going to be posting an interview with Casey Diedrich today, so stay tuned, check the site, it's going to be up today. Thank you, Casey.
He's a hard rocker.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's done all kinds of things. He's been on 90210. Well, I won't tell you the whole interview, but he's had a varied career. So, let's start.
How old is he? Like 21?
I think he's like 23.
Wow. Amazing.
Very young and just, they're all great. I mean, and I say that not as just actors, but they're really nice people. So far, the ones that we've had interactions with, very nice.
Yeah, it's crazy that we get to talk to these people.
And it's crazy they're so nice and personable, and not one of them act like they're on, a major daytime soap. They're just like, I'm just a guy, whatever. I mean, they're just so level-headed and nice.
So Maggie, not doing well.
Oh. Yeah.
She finally passed out.
She is doing well in the beautiful department. She looks gorgeous. She's got a new haircut. Her skin's looking good. I remember a while back, Molly Burnett posting on Twitter, Maggie looks gorgeous today. And I didn't know if she meant like what we were seeing or what they were taping. But she did look. Didn't you think she had a nice makeover today? But yeah. So now, God forbid I'm saying this right. I'm a speech pathologist. I should be able to. But she had myasthenia gravis, I believe, which...
On the show. I know she had it in real life. But
I think they wrote it into the show. Tell me, people. Tell me if that's right. But I believe they wrote it into the show. Now, perhaps had I been studying more in school, I could tell you more about what that means. But we'll get back to you on that.
Some nerve disorder.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if that has returned because she said one day, oh, no, not again. But now she's passed that on the floor and she pulls herself up to the chair.
You think it's from booze? No. I can only hope.
It could be the shake. She could have cheated, and now she's trying to get back on the straight and narrow. What up? EJ. I have to say, Jamie and I disagree on this.
EJ wants to sleep over with Sammy. That's so wrong. I mean, come on, Rafe.
I think it is a completely valid request. Jamie says to me last night, well, we decided, we played out the scenario, and I said, if he had an ex-wife, which, by the way, I had a dream in which you already had a child. See, this is what happens And I was so upset that I had not born your first children. So you get me all worked up with this, JB. But I had this dream.
Starting to feel like Daniel.
Somebody said you could be Daniel's brother.
I could.
You could come on the soap as Daniel's brother, and you could, I think it was Libby. Was it you, Libby? And you could play a prominent psychologist.
Thanks,
We love Libby. You could play a prominent psychologist and like train Stephanie to be the next, because she needs a job. And well, she has a job, but we need a psychologist or psychiatrist on the show. And that's gonna be your gig, honey. So
okay.
Let me know. You write Ken Corday, make it happen, baby. I'll have to do the show on my own while you're off taping, but I think I can handle it.
So Mia and Will. Well,
wait, I didn't say.
Oh.
I thought that was a valid request. Okay, go ahead. Mia and Will.
What was the valid request? What?
For EJ to want to spend the night with
yes,
the baby.
and I don't. But anyway.
So if we were broken up and our baby had been kidnapped, by the way, which do you think is more likely, our baby to be kidnapped or us to break up?
I think it's more likely Mia kisses Will, and she's got Chad on the brain.
Oh, I know, and poor Will is like, you're the first one I wanted to tell, so that means you're the most important person to me, and can we go steady? And he's giving her this necklace.
They might have changed Will, but he's still a freaking loser.
Oh, don't call Will.
I know, that's a little bit hard.
That's so sad. But poor Will is about to get his heart stomped on, crushed, cut in half. And poor Gabby.
Still having trouble getting used to this Will. He's not bad, but I miss the old Will.
I really love Dylan Patton. Who's up for an Emmy, by the way.
Yeah, see how far that gets you. Gets you fired.
He's Emmy pre-nomination.
So Ariana, no, that no means no, you dork. Come on.
And I got excited.
Let's have sex. What are we doing?
Oh, I know. I wrote that down. In the Ari and Brady school of thought, sex fixes everything. They have a fight, they have sex. They don't have a fight, they have sex.
Those two get a lot of action.
Oh my god. And Brady, I love Eric Martzoff playing Brady. He brings humor to that role. When he was talking about whether he was going to put the ring in the glass, and he's like, I changed my mind. That's a bad idea. And everything he says is so funny. And they're talking about how they have to wait to grow up. Whatever. They've got to be in their 30s, both of them. How much growing up do you want to do? Gotta get those eggs working before it's too late. But anywho, he's like, it might take a while. She's like, I know how we can pass the time. She's a little sex kitten.
Yeah, she is. That's why Brady loves her.
So Sammy and Rafe, EJ, craziness. Sammy's like, oh, thank God the nightmare's finally over. Well, not for you, Rafe. It is just beginning. Freaking EJ is hitting on your woman right in front of you.
I want the wedding to be annulled because they haven't had sex, and Melanie to jump into Nathan's arms. That's what I want.
Okay, well.
It's not going to happen. They don't do it like they used to do. They used to annul weddings and break them up like it was nothing.
Baby, they have not consummated their union. Your request is a very huge potential for happening.
But Stephanie's right. She shouldn't be writing notes to Nathan. She should be telling Philip how she feels on her wedding day.
I wrote a note when I was waiting.
What?
I wrote a note when I was waiting to go down the aisle.
To one of your exes?
Yeah, when we were up in like the deepest, darkest corner of Maine, it was likely.
Who did you have run it to him?
Jody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jody did it for me. Yeah.
And she ripped it up?
Yeah, she's with that guy now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay. That didn't quite work out. Anywho.
So, I think I've talked about my notes. Have you talked about yours?
Yeah.
And I think we're going long here, so we
Okay.
better wrap it up. I'm going to sneeze, so let's hurry.
The couple that watches Days together.
Stays together.